Hi, I'm Taylor Davies, and I'm going to be presenting for Miss York's speech class on prescription drug overcharge. So, the pharmaceutical industry, aka Big Pharma, rakes in a total of $1.05 billion a year, which is about a quarter of what the federal government spent in 2016. Prescriptions can be life or death for some people, and there are outrageous prices that bar customers from getting what they need to stay alive. I already messed up, but this was my introduction that explains everything I just said. And so for the preview, I'm going to be discussing prescription rates rising rapidly, the need for price deductions, and our plan of action. So I take prescriptions myself. I've recently learned that if I go to Walmart, I can get a generic brand drug for $5, but if I go to Walgreens, I can spend $50 on a name brand. So what sounds better to you? So Big Pharma relies on exclusivity, while generic brands will sell to obviously anyone at better prices. And that is from one of the scholarly articles that I found on the One Star Library. Some drugs that are in high demand are HIV, insulin, cancer drugs, and these are the prices that are mostly jacked up the highest because they're in most high demand. So AARP says that rates are rising faster than ever and inflation is blowing up. In 2006, the average brand name drug price was $1,868. Now it is $6,798. The average adult takes 4.5 medications a day, and those medications could reach up to about $30,000 a year. So this statistic basically just shows the price versus the inflation rate, which is the darker red. And if you really look at it, it's insane. It's crazy. So Big Pharma and physicians tend to make deals where they will give each other incentives. So Big Pharma will ask the physician or doctor to recommend their brand name prescription in exchange for gifts, free trips, all kinds of incentives. And it's really just unfair to the patient because they could be getting generic brand drugs, but the doctor is not telling them about them. So AARP says that 80% of doctors will recommend generic, but there always will be that 20% that we can't trust. So imagine a society where drug prices are standard, where nobody has to fight to find the best price. You don't have to search high and low, you don't have to visit every website, call every pharmacy. It would also make us more trusting of our doctors, which is something that we rely on in America. We need to be able to trust them. So here's how we can solve the problem. We need a law that basically just says that drug prices need to be a standard universal rate and can't be inflated. We need to be able to reduce competition as well between generic and name brand and make it to where people can go where it's convenient for them and not the cheapest. So how to implement the law? You can write or call your local representatives for your state. You can visit websites like GoodRx, which is a drug comparison price website where you can find the best price points. And in conclusion, I'm just going to review what I went over today. Really just the price disparities in this industry are far too large. The startling fact that Big Pharma rakes in $1.05 billion a year, which is a quarter of what the federal government spends. So we need to standardize prices for everyone so it's fair and accessible to all and no one has to worry about whether or not they're going to survive because they can't afford their medications. Thank you for listening.